So let us see the 17 June 2015 newspaper over here. The first article is about neutrinos. It is a science and technology related article, and previously on the properties of neutrinos there was a question, especially in prelims. So now let us see what these neutrinos are. Again, so these are the second most widely available particles after the photons. Photons are the units of light. So the energy particles, photons, after that they are widely abundant particles in the universe. And they are as old as the universe itself. So it means if you understand the neutrinos, you can also understand the evolution of the universe. And they do not have charge, and also they are of very feeble mass. So their interaction with any matter, that is human body or that particular mineral or any atom, is way absent in, we can say. They can travel through us without any interaction in our body. And billions of neutrinos travel through us every day, in and out. Now, so if we can understand this, there is a lot of scope to redefine various activities which we are doing today. The first thing is, what is the significance? Nuclear reactors are been, or else nuclear material, the plutonium-239, it is used for suitcases, bombs. And the plutonium-239 that is used by proliferage of this material for terrorist groups is a major challenge. So in this context, the remote monitoring of the nuclear reactors can decrease this proliferation, and for this neutrino research can help. Next is underground, within the earth, understanding of the various minerals and also understanding of the tectonics, that is plate movements, can be made possible if we can understand the neutrinos. It means we can predict the earthquakes, and also we can understand the oil deposits, etc., without the huge costs involved which we are spending now. The other thing is, as of now, the data transmission is happening on the surface of the earth. So now this data transmission can be made much efficient, and it can decrease the costs of the data transmission. And the 95% of the universe is made with antimatter, and this origin of the dark matter we can understand if we can know about the neutrinos. In these circumstances, Indian Neutrino Observatory, which is about to come up in Madurai, it has got certain bright futures and can give India a space in the fundamental research. And next is the trade deficit is falling. But understand, exports are still weak. Why the exports are still weak? The expansion of the external demand is not as expected. That's the reason why exports are still, not improving. Especially US and China, the demand has been shrunk, and the growth is not yet revived. The Japan and European Union showed some positive responses, but still the global economic environment is not very favorable. On the import side, as the oil imports decreased, the trade deficit has come down, but cost of oil imports. But the problem is the cost is increasing as of now. The advantages are bound to come down. And the second thing is, in surge in gold imports, that is something which is worrying. So the gold imports have to be reduced. The government has to find one or the other way. So these are the concerns in this trade report. And next is IITs, the engineering education in India. So any middle class family, if you see, education is a factor of mobility. It means upward mobility in the society, and a passport to the better life that is only can possible with education. That's what is the middle class family, and most of the families believe. And entry into a particular stream of education is more decided by the opportunities and also by the social pressures which are available, which are there on the society, which are there in the particular student. Now, in this context, as the students enter, they realize certain important aspects over there. So as they do not enter by choice, either they leave this stream or they go for, or they show no interest in further continuing in exploring the technology and science. So the only very few students, less than 20%, they are taking PhDs and continuing their journey in the technology stream. That shows this growing disinterest. So in this context, the IIT education has to be redefined. So how it has to be redefined? One is relevance. How the IIT education is bringing in some change with regard to the society concerned. So with regard to the various social problems, are the IITs have any answer to them? And next is entrance into the IITs. It shall not be based on interests of the parents, and it has to be based on the interests of the students. So the exam pattern has to be redesigned in such a way with more practical orientation. And education in the IITs, it is based on theory rather than the practice. So the real world technologies and their operations in relation to economy and society, they shall be emphasized in the educational curriculum. After that, societal integration, the IITs shall be like living laboratories, where the IIT has to integrate with the social entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship in immediate society. So it means the research benefits of IIT shall transform themselves into the benefits to the society. And finally, autonomy. IIT shall be able to decide on their own curriculum, and also they shall have freedom to design their courses, which provides for them for new innovations based on the societal needs. So these are the things which the article discussed. And next is coming to south in search of a bride. Especially the falling sex ratio in northern districts, especially Haryana, it is making the grooms to move towards the UP, Bihar, and now they are also coming close to the Kerala, that is deep south. So what is the reason? The first, among the Keralites, the sex ratio is reverse. On the other hand, women are more than the men, and still the marriage and the conservative institutions, they have dominance in this particular society. So in this context, generally poor families, they see a good marriage as a good life to the woman. So it means the woman's life is tied up with the marriage, even educational levels are improved. So as their affordability is not high because of the customs and the dowry, etc. practices are being prevalent. So they want to go for the marriage alliances with these Haryana people. So that's the reason why when the woman goes to the groom's house, there is a cultural shock. The hegemonic paternalistic society and its practices, the discrimination based on skin, and also certain deceits, all these are making the woman vulnerable there, and also she is prone for more domestic violence. So in this context, most of these marriages are ending not in a very good note. So these are the things we need to understand in today's articles. So there are no much articles today. So just I try to explain these few things. So thank you very much. All the best.